My Earth vocabulary database holds exactly 20,000 words. I can define serendipity, I know the difference between affect and effect, and I can even explain English phrasal verbs. But yesterday, the second a native English speaker made eye contact with me, my brain deleted all of them. Poof. Gone. Just dial-up internet noises in my head. If you are learning English, I know you have felt this. It is the native English speaker freeze. Today we are going to fix it. Let me set the scene. I was at a local cafe, a highly intimidating environment disguised by the soothing smell of roasted beans. I had practiced my order in my head 12 times. I would like a large iced oat milk latte, please. Perfect grammar. Excellent pronunciation. I walked up to the counter. The barista looked at me, smiled, and suddenly fired off an unexpected question at the speed of light. Hey, how is it going? What can I get you started with today? Any pastries with that? My processor completely crashed. I stared at him. I wanted to say, just the coffee, thank you. But my mouth opened, and I said, yes, bean water. Bean water. I grabbed a random cup of hot green liquid from the pickup counter and ran away. I am an advanced alien linguist, and I drank a hot matcha lemonade out of pure panic. Why does this happen to us? I retreated to my ship and did some research. It turns out you are not losing your vocabulary. Your brain is actually trying to protect you. Human linguists call this the affective filter. Think of it like a giant invisible energy shield that goes up around your language center when you feel stressed, anxious, or self-conscious. When a native English speaker speaks to you quickly, your amygdala, the tiny alarm bell in your brain, thinks you are in physical danger. It triggers the fight or flight response. Your body pumps adrenaline, your heart rate goes up, and your brain diverts power away from complex tasks, like accessing your second language. Your brain literally says, "We do not need English right now. We need to run away from the barista." So, the problem is not your English level. The problem is your stress level. To get your English back, we have to convince your brain that the native English speaker is not a predator chasing you through the jungle. We need to lower the affective filter, and I have developed a foolproof 3-step protocol to do exactly that. Step 1. The pause. When someone asks you an unexpected question and your mind goes blank, your first human instinct is to panic and fill the silence immediately. Do not do this. Take a physical breath. A 1 or 2 second pause is totally normal in human conversation. It feels like an eternity to you, but to the other person, it just looks like you are thinking. The pause is your reset button. Step 2. The filler bridge. You need to buy your brain a little more time to fetch your vocabulary. We do this by memorizing a few natural filler phrases. Things like, "That is a good question," or "Let me think for a second," or even just a long, "well." You do not have to translate these, you just memorize them as chunks. While your mouth is saying the filler bridge on autopilot, your brain is quietly unlocking your vocabulary vault. Step 3. The simple opener. When you unfreeze, do not try to use your most complex, beautiful grammar. Keep it basic. Subject, verb, object. If they ask a complicated question, start your answer simply. I think that, or I want to. Forget about the perfect past continuous tense. The goal is connection, not perfection. Start simple, and the complex words will follow. Let us review the sequence. Pause and breathe to stop the panic. Use a filler bridge like, "Let me see," to buy time. And use a simple opener to get the conversation moving again. Pause. Bridge. Open. It sounds basic, but when you are drowning in adrenaline, having a clear system is what saves you from ordering bean water in public. Now, it is your turn to practice. We are going to practice right now, safely through the screen. I am going to ask you an unexpected question. I want you to literally practice the protocol out loud wherever you are sitting. Take a breath, use a filler bridge like, well, let me think, and then start your answer with a simple opener like, I like or I want. Are you ready? Here we go. Hey. Wow, I didn't expect to see you here. What is your absolute favorite thing to eat for breakfast and why? Did you do it? Did you breathe? If you stumbled, that is perfectly fine. Armed with my new protocol, I returned to the cafe today. The same barista fired another rapid question at me. I felt the panic rising, but I stopped. I breathed. I smiled and said, "Let me think for a second. I would like the light roast, please." And it worked. You have the words inside you. Just give your brain the time to find them. Keep practicing, and I will see you in the next transmission.